Broken Code Book 5, The Place of No Stars. With this book, we finally had a lot revealed regarding Ashfur's powers, his plans, his secret base in the Dark Forest. So with those reveals, I can finally craft some more theories. One thing is certain, Ashfur has some incredible power. Back when Darkness Within was released, I referred to Ashfur's power as the secret power, and my theory was that since Ashfur was not a special prophecy cat, he must have gained his power from some secret, some knowledge he gained during his time in StarClan. And if another cat had access to the same knowledge, they could have Ashfur's same level of power. However, with this new book, I have a major change to make to this theory. Knowledge is not the primary source of the secret power. There is another, far more likely source: emotion. Light thoughts and dark thoughts are the source of the secret power. These books are quickly falling into the light magic versus dark magic trope. Well, if they weren't there already. Throughout The Place of No Stars, the thoughts and emotions cats experience heavily determine how powerful they are, and also whether that power is light or darkness. Love, loyalty, selflessness, courage, those are emotions that lead to light magic. The most clear example of light magic being used happens in chapter 19. There's this strange dark water in the Dark Forest that isn't really water, more so just shadows that cats can drown in, and Rootspring just falls in. He has no chance of surviving. But suddenly, when he thinks of his love for Bristlefrost and how much he wants to return to her, suddenly he can swim in it. Now, distorted love that leads to unhealthy obsession, hatred, fear, anguish, and thirst for complete power and control, those are the emotions that lead to dark magic. The most clear example of dark magic in this book is the Dark Forest itself. Cats such as Shadowsight can only dream their way there by focusing on their darkest thoughts. Thoughts like Shadowsight's hatred of Ashfur. So whether a cat is using light magic or dark magic, the fact stands that the strength of their powers correlates with the strength of their emotions. The more motivated Shadowsight is to fight Ashfur, the more solid his ability to stay in the Dark Forest is. And the reason Ashfur became more powerful than Mapleshade or Snowtuft or any Dark Forest cat is because he sat in StarClan with emotions festering for such a ridiculous amount of time, and because he had enough hate for the clans and obsession with squirrel flight to make his dark magic strong enough to literally manipulate spirits. And another interesting thing to note is that while positive and negative emotions create light and dark magic, the reverse is also true. Dark and light magic can create emotions. One thing the book cannot shut up about is the following phrase: the Dark Forest can turn a good cat bad. The book literally says this phrase 8 times. I think they want to emphasize the importance of this, because this one phrase explains a lot of plot points, past and present. One, how Dark Forest cats could convince cats to train with them in Omen of the Stars. So cats like Breezepelt and Ivypool were never inherently evil, they were more so manipulated by darkness. 2. Ashfur's control over his zombies. Cats like Berrynose and Stemleaf are good cats, but with dark magic created by Ashfur in the Dark Forest, they can be forced to do bad things, like laugh about Rootspring being shredded. And finally, our boy Snowtuft. He has no memory of his past life, no memory of why he ended up in the Dark Forest. So without the bitterness of his past life being able to affect him, his actions back in Omen of the Stars must have been caused by his dark surroundings in the Dark Forest. He was turned bad. But with light magic from Shadowsight, he can be reminded that things don't have to be this way, and he can turn good again. Yes, I fully believe that Snowtuft is in for a redemption arc. He'll probably end up either sacrificing himself or crossing into StarClan by the time the book concludes. So, knowing that dark magic is the source of Ashfur's power, the most logical conclusion to make about the way he will be defeated in A Light in the Mist is, well, it's literally in the title of the book. Light magic. And the mist is actually very well documented in the Place of No Stars book. Ashfur has a way of manipulating the terrain of the Dark Forest, sometimes even making trees appear out of nowhere. The mist sort of acts to swallow up sections of the place he doesn't want to exist anymore, or at least set boundaries where he doesn't want cats to go. Whatever it is, it's pure dark magic. So, Light in the Mist. Given the depiction of Bramblestar in the Dark Forest on the front cover, I think it's pretty safe to say that the title refers to Bramblestar being the light who charges into the midst of the dark forest. It doesn't take a genius to see that. So my prediction is that the setting for the final battle will be the dark forest itself. The living cats will find a way to enter the place using their light magic instead of the dark. And then I guess they'll all join together and go crazy. The clan loyalty and community bonds they have should be enough light magic to make them into a strong fighting force. And very specifically, Bristlefrost and Rootspring's love for each other, and Squirrelflight and Bramblestar's love for each other, should make a great impact on the strength of their light magic. And since good always prevails in our lovely Warrior Cats books, we can expect the light to overpower Ashfur's darkness. As I predicted back in my theory in March, the main conflict of this battle will be fighting Ashfur's zombie ghosts while not harming their former clanmates. And the battle will most certainly end immediately the moment Ashfur is defeated, similar to how the Dark Forest battle ended when Tigerstar was finished off. However, there was another aspect of my theory from March that was completely wrong, and that was my prediction that the barrier to StarClan would be broken in the place of no stars. I thought that since StarClan is mentioned in the blurb to A Light in the Mist, they would have been saved by now, but that's not the case. So saving StarClan will probably be taking up the first half of A Light in the Mist, with the final battle closing off the book. So I guess the final thing I want to talk about is the ending to The Place of No Stars, where Bristlefrost and Shadowsight find Ashfur and the cats under his control, cheering on a battle between Rootspring and Snowtuft. I do think Rootspring will survive this. I mean, they faked us out on Shadowsight's death. At this point, I highly doubt any of the main protagonists are dying. What I do think is this is yet another fake out. Snowtuft put so much effort already into helping out all the good cats. He is most certainly still on their side. Things look bad right now, but he will come through so Rootspring can escape. And with that, I think my initial theories regarding the new book are covered, but I'll probably be back to discuss more soon enough. Until then, bye everyone!